Hello and welcome to another video. On this video I'm going to be testing, trying and reviewing the PT28 Oathkeeper torch by Brinyte. These are premium torches, quite expensive, but on this video I'm going to show you the test that the other channels are too scared to show you in fear of breaking or damaging their torch. As most of you will know who follow this channel, I like to buy gear that works and does exactly what it says on the tin. Now the first thing is, it does have this ring on it. More about that later. I'll be removing this ring for legal reasons, but more about that in a little bit. For now, I'm going to put some rope through it and do our first test. Okay, so the torch claims to have a waterproofing of IP68, which basically means that it can be dropped in 1.5 meters of water for 30 minutes and it should be fine. However, it's quite hard to find 1.5 meters of water that's stood still. What I have found is a raging torrent. We've just had a storm come through Wales for the last 72 hours. It's absolutely lashed it down. So we're going to drop that in the river and see how it gets on. Okay, so hopefully you can see I've turned the torch on. It's going to get swept by the water anyway, but we'll give it a go. We'll dump it in, see how it performs. Let's get it right in there. There she goes. Tie the rope off. Okay, so as you can see, the torch is still lit. It is dancing about on the surface. Well, it's just under the surface of the water. As you can see, that water is raging right past it. It's going to try and breach the O-rings that are inside the torch. Obviously, I tightened the tail of the torch up before I tried this test. But as you can see, yeah, no problem. I'm happy with that. Like I say, the water is raging. Okay, so it's time to retrieve the torch. It's been in there a good 10 minutes. Give it a bit of a bash on the bridge as well as it comes up. As you can see, nothing wrong with it. Okay, so on to the next test, the impact test. Brinyte claimed that it can be dropped from about 1.5 meters. So let's test that out. It is on, as we can see. That's about 1.5 meters, I'd say. But we're going to do it not once, we're going to do it a few times. Oh, that's not very good. Okay, no problem. Let's check all the modes work. Okay. We have a fail. We have a fail. Let's just... Okay. Oh, okay. We did have a fail. Seems to be okay. Strobe. SOS. Okay. So I thought I had a fail then, but as you can see it still works. Just go through the modes. And then we've got a strobe. And we've got SOS. So let's wait for it to go dark and I'll tell you a bit about the luminosity of it. So this is 10 lumens. So it's a usable light. You can see where you're going. But it doesn't have that much throw on it. Like just there, we've just lost it. So yeah, that's 10 lumens. The next setting is 60 lumens. We're getting a bit more throw on it now there. Then we go up to the high setting, which I believe is 360 lumens, so we're just about seeing some detail there. And then we go into turbo, which is 1600 lumens, and yeah, you can see a noticeable difference there. So let's get back to HQ and discuss a little bit more about the torch and some of the accessories you get with it. So it's a really nice torch, really well made. It's got a bit of weight to it because it's got an 18650 battery in here. You can use two smaller types of battery, should I say, but you do need two of them. You can buy these 18650 rechargeable batteries on Amazon online as well. That video outside didn't really do it justice. You can just, I mean, the camera will try and auto adjust the white balance, but it is like turning basically nighttime into daytime. Can't see anything now. Right, so let's get it on the bench. I'll show you a little run through the features of it again and a few of the accessories, and then I'll bring you back for the final. Right, so let's just run through them settings again. Obviously you turn it on with the tail switch at the back. This is on its lowest setting, which is 10 lumens. That runs for 5,880 minutes, which in real money is 98 hours. Then we go through the modes with the switch at the front here. So that's middle, which is 60 lumens, runtime of 960 minutes, in real money 16 hours. Then we go up to high. High level is 360 lumens, which runs for 210 minutes, in real money 3.5 hours. And then we've got the turbo mode, which is the 1600 lumens. That will run for 1 minute, but then it will step down and run for 109 minutes, which is 1.8 hours. So when it steps down, it must go into the middle setting or one of the higher settings. It doesn't actually stipulate in the instructions what it steps down to. Then double click the button, the mode button. Then we got the strobe. So this doesn't actually tell you a runtime for the strobe, it just says it's 1600 lumens. Then we've got the SOS, just double click the button for that. And it's 60 lumens, the SOS. It hasn't got a runtime, so I'm thinking that once you've been using the torch, any power that's left, it's just going to put it onto its onto the best battery saving mode for it. It's probably the middle range, I would imagine. So probably from a new battery being in, fully charged battery, you're probably looking at 16 hours. The SOS, as you can see, dash, oh, started again, dash, and then it will pause and it'll start the sequence again, dash, So it is the international SOS signal that it gives. The beam distance on the torch, I'm presuming this is when it's 1600 lumens, is a distance of 245 meters. Another feature that the torch has is once the torch has been turned on, there's a little LED in the middle of the mode switch. So once the torch has been turned off, that will actually glow green. There is a way of turning it off. Just let me turn the lights off and I'll just show you that. There, you can just see the green glow in the middle of the screen. That's just to allow you to find your torch, but in my opinion, your torch has got to be the right way round for you to see that little green light. So there is a way of turning that off. Let's just turn everything back on here. So basically turn the torch on in any mode, and then click and hold the mode button for 10 seconds. and then that will be off now. So next time you come to turn it on and turn it off, obviously it glows green when the torch is on. Turn it off and that little LED won't come on anymore. The LED has green, orange and red. Red indicates when it's charging. Orange says that there's something wrong with the battery, probably not fully charged, or when you need to charge it, and green is obviously an operational light. So let's talk about the charging next. So in your accessories, you will get the charge cable for the torch, which is USB. Let's just plug that into the solar setup we've got here in the man shed. And the end of it will be blue, glow blue. Opposite the function button or the mode button is this plate here, and it's magnetically charged. There you go. And on the opposite side where the mode button is of the charge port, mine's saying it's, you know, it's charged, it's green. It will indicate red once it's charging and then go to green once it's fully charged. Okay, so let's have a look at the accessories that you get with the torch. You get this paracord lanyard with a clip on it, which can be clipped through either one of these holes at the back. You know, for hanging it around your neck, and you do get quite a bit of paracord on that as well. The charge cable have already been through, so let's move that out of the way. You get 3 O-rings from the tail of the torch. Once we open it up and I'll show you the battery and everything, I'll show you where the O-rings go. So you get 3 of them. That's nice from them to provide that. You get a comprehensive instruction manual. Do read through the instruction manual. Even though Brinyte is a Chinese company, it's written in very good English. It'll tell you the run times, the luminosities, the throw distance of the beam, all kinds of information in here. And you also get a card that tells you how to remove the tactical ring, which I'll talk about now. So let's just talk about the tactical ring. Now, in this country, this could be considered a prohibited weapon. It does resemble a knuckle duster, which are prohibited weapons in this country. That is the only reason why I'm removing the ring. It serves me no purpose whatsoever. You know, it's unlikely I'm going to be using it for this. In some markets, yes, you know, you get away with this kind of thing, but in the UK here, the legality of this is questionable. You know, if you went out and hit someone with that, then yeah, you're going to get yourself into deep bother. So that's why I'm going to remove the tactical ring. It's really easy to do. Just unscrew the tail cap, and it just simply slides off. Now there is a groove on the torch with a little white arrow. Camera's not going to pick that up, but there is a groove that matches up with a groove inside that part of the tactical ring. As far as the battery is concerned, it's a 18650 battery, obviously rechargeable, as this is a genuine Brinyte one. It has got a spring in the bottom of the torch. You just see that there, and it's also got a spring on the top. So I think that's quite good, quite forward thinking. It means that if you are going to drop it, like I did the drop tests, the battery can move around, but it's not really going to go anywhere. Another feature is you do get this clip as well, which is removable. But yeah, really nice torch. Aircraft aluminium grade materials that they've used, and it's got a beveled edge around the actual lens as well. So let's talk about the other accessory, which is the holster. Now the holster, you can clip it on your belt. It's got 360 degrees. You can put your torch in there. Now what I would recommend is putting your clip, because you'll notice here on the, it's hollowed out here, but it's kind of flat there. If you're not going to use this tactical ring, put your torch in and put your clip over there. That doesn't allow the torch to fall out from this end. I've been talking with Brinyte. A couple of little mods they could do is put a ring of metal in there, you know, like a ring of wire, possibly copper wire, something like that, to stop the torch falling out if you forget to put the clip. I mean, when they're new, yeah, it's quite tight. You know, I was using mine like that for for a while, so I could get to the mode switch, and I could also get to the back to turn it on and off. Even when that's closed, you can still put your finger through there and turn it on and off. But what I did find is, over time, the torch would have a tendency to actually fall out. So I do recommend use that clip when it's in the holster. Now, when you've got the clip on in the holster like that, you can't get to the mode switch. It's a little bit annoying. They could make a cutout here, so you can get to the mode switch in whatever orientation, and you can still get to the tail switch here. So yeah, it's usable. One thing I did find with the holster, here's one that I've had previously. It actually snapped off. The little clip snapped clean out, and I only got into a car. This was on my belt, and I knocked this against the car seat and it snapped. So what I've suggested to Brinyte for this is to put a rivet through the plate here inside, so there's no way, even if it does snap, there's no way that can come off. But yeah, I got in contact with them, and they replaced it with a brand new holster. Also on the side of the holster is a compartment where you can put a spare battery. So that's about the holster. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Now, price wise, I forgot to mention the price. $133, which is about £89 in the UK. So yeah, they are expensive, but again, you get what you pay for, you know, and I'm really chuffed with it. I really am. So anyway, that rounds up this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you all on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.